The Jevons Paradox explained how advancements in technology may undermine sustainability goals by 40%. Introduction. The Jevons Paradox is a critical concept in environmental economics which suggests that improvements in resource efficiency can lead to an increase in overall consumption of that resource, countering sustainability efforts. Coined by William Stanley Jevons in 1865, this paradox sheds light on the unintended consequences of technological advancements and resource management approaches in the context of sustainability. As society continues to innovate and develop more efficient technologies, understanding the implications of the Jevons paradox becomes increasingly important. Historical context. William Stanley Jevons, an English economist, first articulated this paradox in his book, The Coal Question, where he observed that advancements in coal utilization efficiency did not reduce coal consumption but rather increased it. For instance, the introduction of the Watt steam engine significantly improved coal efficiency, yet coal consumption in Britain skyrocketed. Jevons argued, "It is wholly a confusion of ideas to suppose that the economical use of fuel is equivalent to diminished consumption. The very contrary is the truth." This foundational observation established the groundwork for future discussions on energy efficiency and consumption. Modern manifestations. In the contemporary context, the Jevons paradox has become more relevant as advancements in energy efficiency are observed across various sectors. A prominent example lies in the automotive industry, where enhanced fuel efficiency in vehicles has led to increased driving. This behavior negates the intended reduction in fuel consumption, as higher efficiency lowers the cost of driving, prompting people to travel more. The Kazumbrooks postulate further emphasizes this by suggesting that efficiency improvements can lead to increased overall energy consumption due to economic growth and decreased relative costs. Another clear manifestation of the Jevons paradox is seen in the realm of computing. Despite significant advancements in computational efficiency which have improved by a trillionfold over decades, total energy consumption has increased. More efficient devices have proliferated, leading to an overall rise in energy consumption instead of the anticipated conservation. Bitcoin mining serves as a stark example, with improvements in hashing technology resulting in a millionfold increase in efficiency, yet total energy consumption has risen equally, demonstrating the paradox in action. Sustainability concerns. The implications of the Jevons paradox raise serious concerns for sustainability goals. While promoting efficiency gains can yield short-term benefits, relying solely on these improvements without accompanying policies may be insufficient for long-term resource conservation. Critics argue that an overemphasis on efficiency distracts from more effective sustainability measures such as regulations or taxes that would curb consumption. Moreover, some economists caution against the effectiveness of current sustainability strategies that are heavily predicated on efficiency improvements. Without additional measures that account for consumption behavior, efficiency gains may not translate into reduced resource use. This suggests a need for a more holistic approach to sustainability that incorporates both efficiency improvements and consumption management strategies. Economic implications. The Jevons paradox highlights fundamental questions about the effectiveness of existing economic and environmental policies. As efficiency increases, the cost of resource use often decreases, leading to greater demand. The paradox illustrates the challenge of decoupling economic growth from resource consumption, a central goal of sustainability efforts. To mitigate the adverse effects of the Jevons paradox, some economists advocate for implementing policies that increase the cost of resource consumption, such as carbon taxes or cap-and-trade systems. These measures aim to create economic incentives for conserving resources, thereby counteracting the rebound effects associated with efficiency gains. Differences in perspectives. The discourse surrounding the Jevons paradox encompasses varying perspectives. Some sources emphasize its broad applicability across different technologies and industries, highlighting historical and contemporary implications. Others focus on the theoretical and economic dimensions of the paradox, linking it to broader sustainability strategies and policymaking debates. For example, one perspective emphasizes the historical context of the paradox, tracing its roots from the 19th century to modern-day technological advancements. This view underscores the continuous nature of efficiency gains and their unintended consequences on consumption patterns. Conversely, another perspective delves into the economic implications, arguing that efficiency improvements alone cannot drive sustainability without comprehensive policies that manage consumption. Conclusion. In summary, the Jevons paradox serves as a critical lens through which to examine the complexities of resource efficiency and sustainability. While technological advancements can lead to significant efficiency gains, they may also undermine sustainability goals by increasing overall consumption. Understanding this paradox is essential for developing effective policies and strategies that genuinely promote resource conservation and environmental sustainability. As society grapples with the challenges of climate change and resource depletion, addressing the Jevons paradox will be vital in ensuring that technological progress aligns with sustainable practices. A multifaceted approach that combines efficiency improvements with robust consumption management strategies may hold the key to achieving meaningful sustainability outcomes in the future. The Jevons paradox presents a counterintuitive insight into the relationship between resource efficiency and consumption. While technological advancements are often viewed as steps toward sustainability, they can inadvertently lead to increased consumption of resources, undermining sustainability goals. This paradox was first articulated by William Stanley Jevons in 1865, who observed that improvements in coal efficiency resulted in greater overall consumption of coal. The insights gained from the Jevons paradox continue to resonate today, particularly in discussions surrounding energy efficiency, economic growth, and environmental policy. 1. Historical context. Jevons identified that after the advent of the efficient steam engine, coal use increased significantly, despite the reduced amount required for specific applications. This historical observation laid the groundwork for understanding how efficiency improvements can paradoxically lead to greater resource consumption. 2. Modern manifestations. In contemporary contexts, the Jevons paradox is evident in various sectors. For instance, advances in vehicle fuel efficiency often lead to increased driving, as the lower cost of travel encourages people to drive more. The Kazum-Brooks postulate supports this idea, suggesting that energy efficiency improvements can lead to overall increases in energy consumption due to economic growth and lower relative costs. 3. Technological examples. The evolution of computers exemplifies the paradox. Modern computers are exponentially more efficient than their predecessors, yet this efficiency has resulted in a proliferation of devices and higher collective energy consumption. Similarly, the rise in efficiency in Bitcoin mining has not curbed energy use; instead, it has led to a dramatic increase in energy consumption as miners expand their operations. For sustainability concerns, the focus on efficiency improvements can distract from more effective sustainability measures. While efficiency can yield short-term benefits, it often fails to lead to long-term resource conservation without complementary policies. The implication is that reliance solely on efficiency improvements may be misguided in the quest for sustainability. 5. Economic implications. The paradox raises critical questions regarding the effectiveness of current sustainability strategies that prioritize efficiency gains. Economists argue that without additional measures such as taxes or regulations that increase the cost of resource use, efficiency gains may not be sufficient to reduce total consumption. Counterintuitive insights from the Jevons paradox include the following. Efficiency as a catalyst for consumption. While improvements in efficiency are intended to promote conservation, they often lower the cost of resource use, leading to increased demand and consumption. This is particularly evident in consumer behavior, where lower costs encourage greater use of resources. Historical oversight. The historical narrative surrounding technological advancements often overlooks the consistent pattern of increased consumption following efficiency gains. This oversight can lead to misplaced confidence in the capacity of efficiency alone to solve resource depletion issues. Policy implications. The Jevons Paradox suggests that policies aimed solely at improving efficiency may be inadequate. Instead, strategies that combine efficiency improvements with measures to control or limit resource use are essential for achieving true sustainability. Broader applicability. The principles underlying the Jevons Paradox extend beyond energy consumption to other resources including water and agricultural inputs. This indicates a universal pattern of increased consumption following efficiency gains across various sectors. Biological efficiency. Interestingly, the paradox is not limited to human technological advancements. In biological systems, more efficient organisms tend to consume more energy, suggesting that the phenomenon is a fundamental characteristic of complex systems, be they technological or biological. In conclusion, the Jevons Paradox challenges conventional wisdom regarding the relationship between efficiency and resource consumption. It underscores the need for comprehensive approaches that integrate efficiency gains with policies designed to manage and reduce overall consumption, ensuring that sustainability goals are not just aspirational but achievable. The Jevons Paradox is a fundamental concept that has significant implications for sustainability and resource management. While many discussions around sustainability focus on technological advancements and efficiency improvements as solutions to environmental issues, the paradox presents a counterintuitive reality. Improving the efficiency of resource use often leads to an overall increase in consumption of that resource rather than a decrease. Here are several critical aspects of the report that individuals may overlook, along with their significance. 1. Historical context and its lessons. The historical perspective of the Jevons Paradox, particularly the case of the Watt steam engine, is often glossed over in modern discussions. Jevons observed that the introduction of more efficient steam engines led to a surge in coal consumption. This historical insight is significant because it illustrates that past technological advancements have not always translated into conservation. Instead of assuming that current or future technologies will necessarily lead to sustainability, we must critically assess the historical patterns that suggest otherwise. 2. The role of technological sprawl. Technological sprawl, defined as the proliferation of technologies resulting from efficiency gains, is a critical aspect often overlooked. The report emphasizes that as technologies become more efficient, they tend to become cheaper and more accessible, leading to increased usage across various applications. This sprawl can exacerbate resource consumption rather than mitigate it. Understanding this phenomenon is essential for recognizing that simply promoting efficiency may not be enough. We must also consider how these efficiencies are applied and the potential for increased overall demand. 3. Bitcoin mining as a contemporary example. The example of Bitcoin mining is particularly relevant in today's digital economy. Despite significant advancements in mining efficiency, the total energy consumption of Bitcoin mining has increased dramatically. This showcases the paradox in a modern context where technological improvements can lead to unintended consequences. The significance of this example lies in its reflection of broader trends in digital technologies and energy consumption, highlighting the need for a nuanced understanding of how efficiency interacts with demand in the tech sector. 4. Sustainability strategies and policy implications. Many sustainability strategies hinge on the assumption that improved efficiency will lead to reduced consumption. However, the report warns that without complementary policies such as regulations or economic disincentives, e.g., taxes on resource use, efficiency improvements alone may not achieve desired sustainability outcomes. This raises a crucial question for policymakers. How can we design frameworks that ensure efficiency gains do not lead to increased consumption? The report suggests that integrating efficiency gains with conservation measures is vital for achieving true sustainability. 5. Economic growth and resource consumption. The relationship between economic growth and resource consumption is intricately tied to the Jevons Paradox. The report mentions that increased efficiency can lead to greater economic activity, which in turn can elevate resource demand. This connection is significant because it challenges the notion that economic growth can occur independently of resource use. The implication is that any strategy aimed at decoupling economic growth from resource consumption must account for the complexities of how efficiency and demand interact within economic systems. 6. The broader implications of efficiency. The paradox extends beyond energy and resource use into various fields including agriculture, AI, and water management. The report highlights that efficiency improvements in one area can inadvertently lead to increased demand and consumption in others. This interconnectedness emphasizes the need for holistic approaches to sustainability that consider multiple systems and their interactions. Ignoring these complexities could lead to policies that inadvertently exacerbate resource depletion rather than mitigate it. 7. The universal nature of the paradox. The report suggests that the Jevons paradox is not confined to capitalist economies but is a broader phenomenon observable across various societies and even in nature. This universality means that solutions must be globally considerate and not solely focused on specific economic structures. Recognizing that humans share similar efficiency dynamics with other life forms can inform our understanding of sustainability and consumption patterns, providing a more comprehensive view of ecological relationships. 8. Constrained technological sprawl as a solution. One of the more profound insights from the report is the suggestion that imposing constraints on technological sprawl could mitigate the effects of the Jevons paradox. By controlling how new efficiencies are applied and limiting the proliferation of technology that encourages overconsumption, we might steer society towards more sustainable practices. This perspective challenges the prevailing narrative that more technology is always the solution, advocating instead for a more cautious approach to technological advancement. 9. The need for behavioral change. Lastly, the report emphasizes the importance of behavioral change alongside technological improvements. While efficiency can reduce individual consumption, collective changes in behavior, consumption patterns, and societal values are necessary to ensure that efficiency leads to conservation rather than increased demand. This highlights the complexity of addressing sustainability and the need for multifaceted approaches that incorporate societal attitudes and practices. Conclusion. The Jevons paradox serves as a critical reminder that technological advancements and increases in efficiency do not automatically lead to reduced resource consumption. By recognizing the historical context, understanding technological sprawl, examining contemporary examples, and integrating policy considerations, we can develop more effective sustainability strategies. Ultimately, addressing the paradox requires a holistic approach that incorporates technological, economic, and behavioral dimensions to navigate the complexities of resource use in a sustainable manner. The Jevons paradox presents a compelling critique of the assumption that increased resource efficiency alone is sufficient to achieve sustainability goals. Below are 4 valuable points for in-depth analysis and discussion. 1. Historical precedents of the paradox. The historical context provided by William Stanley Jevons in 1865 serves as a foundational example of the paradox. Jevons noted that the introduction of the efficient Watt steam engine led to an increase in coal consumption in Britain despite the technology's efficiency improvements. This historical precedence establishes that the phenomenon is not merely a theoretical concern but a reality observed across different eras. Reflecting on how past technological advancements have driven resource consumption can guide modern policymakers to reconsider their strategies. This point underscores the importance of examining historical patterns to predict future outcomes in resource management, particularly in the context of renewable energy and efficiency gains in contemporary technologies. 2. Modern manifestations and examples. The paradox's modern manifestations, particularly in energy efficiency, provide critical insights into current sustainability challenges. For instance, improvements in vehicle fuel efficiency often lead to an increase in driving distances, thereby negating the environmental benefits initially intended. The Kazumbrooks postulate reinforces this view by asserting that overall energy consumption rises with efficiency improvements driven by economic growth and lower relative costs. The proliferation of energy-intensive technologies such as smartphones and data centers illustrates how technological advancements can lead to greater overall consumption rather than conservation. This point highlights the need for a nuanced understanding of how efficiency improvements can inadvertently contribute to resource depletion, necessitating more comprehensive approaches that include regulatory frameworks and consumption management. 3. Sustainability concerns and policy implications. The Jevons Paradox raises significant concerns regarding the effectiveness of current sustainability strategies that emphasize efficiency improvements without complementary policies. Critics argue that focusing solely on efficiency can distract from other critical sustainability measures such as conservation policies and resource use regulations. Policymakers must recognize that efficiency gains, if not accompanied by measures that control consumption, can lead to increased overall resource use. This point invites a discussion on the need for integrated sustainability frameworks that combine efficiency with other policies such as carbon pricing taxes or regulations that discourage excessive consumption. It also challenges the prevailing narrative that technological advancement alone can solve environmental issues, advocating for a more holistic approach to sustainability. 4. Economic implications and the role of policy. The economic implications of the Jevons Paradox are profound, particularly concerning the effectiveness of sustainability strategies relying on efficiency improvements. Economists argue that without additional measures like taxes or regulations that increase the cost of resource use, efficiency gains may not sufficiently reduce total consumption. This point raises critical questions about the economic models underpinning current sustainability policies, suggesting that they may need to incorporate mechanisms that account for the potential rebound effects of efficiency improvements. It emphasizes the importance of integrating economic incentives with environmental goals, fostering a dialogue on how best to design policies that align economic growth with sustainable resource management. In conclusion, the Jevons Paradox serves as a cautionary tale about the complexities of resource efficiency and sustainability. Analyzing its historical roots, modern implications, concerns for effective sustainability strategies, and economic consequences can provide valuable insights for policymakers, economists, and environmental advocates aiming to navigate the intricate relationship between technology consumption and sustainability. Here are 3 famous historical cases that illustrate the Jevons Paradox, highlighting how advancements in technology and efficiency can lead to increased consumption instead of conservation. 1. The Industrial Revolution and coal consumption. The classic example of the Jevons Paradox originates from the Industrial Revolution in Britain during the 19th century. William Stanley Jevons, in his 1865 work, The Coal Question, observed that improvements in steam engine efficiency, particularly with the introduction of the Watt steam engine, resulted in significantly increased coal consumption. Although each steam engine required less coal per unit of output, the overall demand for coal soared because the lower costs allowed for the expansion of industries and transportation systems. This phenomenon demonstrated that enhanced efficiency could lead to a paradoxical increase in resource consumption, which ultimately accelerated the depletion of coal reserves. 2. Automobile fuel efficiency. In more contemporary times, the automotive industry provides a relevant instance of the Jevons Paradox. As automobiles have become more fuel efficient due to technological advancements like hybrid and electric vehicles, the cost per mile driven has decreased. While individual vehicle fuel consumption may decline, the overall miles driven often increases. This phenomenon has been observed in various studies which show that as fuel efficiency improves, drivers tend to use their cars more frequently or for longer distances, resulting in total fuel consumption that may not only offset but exceed the gains from improved efficiency. The increased accessibility and affordability of driving lead to a rise in overall vehicle usage, exacerbating traffic congestion and environmental impacts. 3. Agricultural efficiency and land use. The agricultural sector also illustrates the Jevons paradox through the case of crop yield improvements. As farmers adopt more efficient farming practices and technologies, such as genetically modified organisms, GMOs, enhanced fertilizers, and advanced irrigation systems, they can produce more food per acre. However, the increased profitability and yield can lead to expanded farming activities. Farmers may convert more land to agriculture to capitalize on the efficiency gains, leading to deforestation and habitat destruction. The result is that while each unit of land becomes more productive, the total area under cultivation can increase, ultimately leading to greater overall land use and potential environmental degradation. These examples underscore the critical understanding that while efficiency improvements are vital for resource management and sustainability, they must be accompanied by policies that address the potential rebound effects to ensure that overall consumption does not increase. Future outlook on the Jevons paradox and sustainability goals. The Jevons paradox, which suggests that improvements in resource efficiency can lead to increased overall consumption of that resource, presents a significant challenge to sustainability efforts. As we look to the future, several trends and developments may shape our understanding and response to this paradox, particularly as technology evolves and societal patterns shift. 1. Technological advancements and their impacts. As technology continues to advance, we can expect more significant efficiency gains across various sectors, from energy consumption to resource management. This will likely exacerbate the Jevons paradox unless accompanied by stringent policies that manage consumption. For example, the rise of artificial intelligence and smart technologies could lead to increased demand for data centers, which, despite being more energy efficient, may still contribute to higher overall energy consumption. 2. Policy interventions. To counteract the Jevons paradox, governments and policymakers will need to implement comprehensive strategies that go beyond merely promoting efficiency. Policies such as carbon pricing, green taxes, and stricter regulations on resource extraction and consumption will be essential. These measures can help mitigate the rebound effects associated with increased efficiency by ensuring that the costs of resource use remain high enough to discourage overconsumption. 3. Integration of renewable energy. The transition to renewable energy sources presents both opportunities and challenges related to the Jevons paradox. While renewable technologies often promise efficiency gains, there is a risk that increased efficiency in renewable energy systems could lead to a surge in demand similar to what has been observed with fossil fuels. Future energy policies will need to focus on sustainable consumption patterns alongside the adoption of renewables to avoid the pitfalls of the paradox. 4. Behavioral changes and consumer awareness. As society becomes more aware of sustainability issues, consumer behaviors may shift towards more responsible consumption. Education and awareness campaigns can play a crucial role in promoting the understanding of the Jevons paradox and encouraging consumers to prioritize sustainability over convenience. This cultural shift could help mitigate the rebound effects of efficiency improvements. 5. Economic restructuring. The current economic model, which often prioritizes growth and consumption, may need to be re-evaluated to address the Jevons paradox effectively. Concepts such as degrowth, which advocate for reducing consumption and prioritizing ecological sustainability, may gain traction. This shift could lead to a more circular economy where resource efficiency is balanced with sustainable practices, reducing the likelihood of rebound effects. 6. Technological innovation in resource management. Innovations in resource management such as precision agriculture and water conservation technologies may help mitigate the rebound effects of efficiency gains by optimizing resource use and minimizing waste. These technologies can counteract the increased demand that typically follows efficiency improvements. However, their success will hinge on the willingness of industries and consumers to adopt these practices widely. 7. Global cooperation and frameworks. Addressing the challenges posed by the Jevons Paradox will require global cooperation. Climate change and resource depletion are global issues that transcend national borders. International agreements and frameworks aimed at promoting sustainable development will be essential in harmonizing efforts across countries and ensuring that efficiency gains do not lead to increased consumption at a global scale. 8. Future research directions. As the understanding of the Jevons Paradox evolves, future research will need to focus on quantifying rebound effects in various contexts and developing models that predict consumption patterns based on efficiency gains. This research will be crucial in informing policy decisions and ensuring that sustainability initiatives are effective. Conclusion. The Jevons Paradox presents a complex challenge to sustainability goals, particularly as technological advancements continue to evolve. However, with the right combination of policy interventions, consumer awareness, and innovative resource management practices, it is possible to navigate the paradox and work towards a more sustainable future. The next few decades will be critical in determining how society balances efficiency with responsible consumption to achieve sustainability goals without falling prey to the paradox's unintended consequences.